everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer, and this is just a chat. We are in my living room again because I wanted to show you guys my mantle. I started the decoration process for Halloween. It is extensive. We go all out for Halloween, and the reason we do is because we all like Halloween, but also because a few years ago, my husband's grandpa, who I call grandpa, I mean he's my grandpa too, he passed away just before Halloween. And it was very unexpected, and the family suffered a huge loss when that man passed away. I'm gonna try not to cry. He loved Halloween. He was a big, burly Navy man. He was quiet. He was, to his family, a badass. Sometimes strict. I didn't see that because I met him as an adult, so I didn't have all of the luggage that some people have when they have, you know, strict parents or strict grandparents or whatever. So what I saw was an older gentleman who I absolutely adored. He was a big teddy bear, and he would hate being called that. Well, I don't think he would. I don't think most of his birth grandchildren would call him a teddy bear, because they had him as the rule guy, the enforcer. Kind of like my dad was like that to me, but his grandchildren didn't see that. You know, I think you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, after he passed away, we went down to California for his funeral, and he had already pre-purchased all of his Halloween decorations. Well, but not decorations. They didn't decorate a lot, but they passed out special little things for the kids. And they were known in the neighborhood for the treats they gave out. They placed big orders. Mostly Grandpa would pick out his little goodies. And we didn't know this about him. This was something just Grandma knew. He passed out little crayon packs and little coloring books and pencils, and he liked ordering the little plastic beads, like Mardi Gras beads, and he would pass them out, and he would very gingerly place them around the little kids' necks. And this is something that most of his grandchildren didn't know about until after he passed away, unless they went by there for trick-or-treating. But most, like my husband, certainly did not know his grandfather did this. So now we have a special extra display outside. It's massive, that we kind of do in honor of Grandpa, and we buy little goodies, little extras to honor Grandpa. And Grandpa's urn is on Grandma's mantle, and he's still wearing the beads that I put on his urn the year he passed away, which is super special to me. I gave him some gold beads. Yeah, so that was a long story. That didn't mean to be a long story. I didn't even know I was going to tell you guys that story, but I just want to show you my decorations. This is Mr. Hootie. He is an evil owl professor. And then here's a little amigurumi pumpkin I made, and an amigurumi apple. And this is my amigurumi Frank that I showed you guys, and my pumpkin spider. But I also made a witch and a white pumpkin, and oh, actually no, that's Dracula. I didn't show you guys Dracula. I showed you guys Frank. And then let's see, we got an orange pumpkin, and then we have a witch. I don't think she has a name, but, and I also have this wonderful garland. This is a full ghost, but he's twisted, and there's a bat and pumpkins and skeleton, and there's another skeleton over here. They twist a little bit. The pumpkin is a pumpkin coaster pattern, I think from Jaydas Stitches. The skeleton is something I found on Pinterest, I believe. The ghost I made up in my head the bat I made up in my head. So that's my mantle. We're working on decorating the outside. The outside is, it's gonna take a while. It is still blistering hot here in the south of the United States. And we're not even that south. We're only slightly south of the Mason-Dixon line, which is like the midway point of, you know, north versus south. So yeah, yesterday we attempted to put some of the decorations outside. My son is really, really excited about getting everything decorated because the guy around the corner has 2 blow-ups in his yard. And so my son thinks that right now is the time that we have to, because they did. He doesn't realize we have like 8 blow-ups and lights and all kinds of other stuff that needs to go up. So we took it all out of the garage yesterday, and about a half an hour in, I started to feel really sick from the heat, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And so we had to move most of it back into the garage, and my phone is already telling me that the memory is full. I don't know what is going on with that. I had to hurry up and delete some stuff that I forgot to delete. Okay, I have no idea what I was saying, so this part is going to be a little all over the place. I think I was talking about the weather. Yeah, it's been hot. It's been hot. Yesterday it was in the 90s and is 100% humidity. So when you walk outside, you can't breathe. You feel like you're already covered in sweat in the first 30 seconds. And today I was like, oh, it's cloudy out. I think I'm going to go outside and film. So I took my camera, my tripod, my box full of stuff I want to show you, got it all set up. And the light is so blazing bright behind the clouds that it was causing shadows on me, so I look scary. And even though it's getting close to Halloween, I don't want to look scary. So I had to haul it all back in, and by then I'm sweating and I'm uncomfortable, and I'm ready for the fall weather. We had a week or two where it was maybe in the 70s. It was nice. The leaves started to change color from the drastic temperature change. And now it's back up in the 90s and gross and hot and feels like August or July even. It's terrible. Okay, so I'm going to get on to what I have been up to. I took advantage of the hot weather and made a Christmas tree skirt. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cough on you. So, it's not detached from the yarn yet because I'm debating whether I wanted to add more yarn, because I think I'll show you in a second. But anyway, it's living in this Mickey Mouse bag that I got for Christmas last year. So it's just a purse, but my sister bought it and filled it with yarn for Christmas, and now it's a project bag. Okay, so this is made with Isaac Mizrahi Craft. Let's see if I can show that to you. Okay, and it is in the colorway Rockefeller. And this is part of the Carnegie Hill series. And see, it's really, that's kind of blown out. It's blown out. All right, it's a white roving style yarn. See if I can get it to, and it's got, I don't know, some sort of metallic thread wound around it. I know you guys can't see that, but anyway, it makes it sparkly and shiny. It feels gross. It is not fun to work with because this metallic thread that wraps around it, you can see the little thing sticking out, is metallic thread, and it's rough. And when I crochet, I hold my yarn like this, and I do this, and I use my pinky as tension. And because it's constantly rubbing all through, it is just irritating. And by the time I worked a couple rows, I can't wait to put it down because my hands are sore and it feels nasty. Anyway, I have it in this color, and then I also have it in this color, which is silver with, this one is white with silver, gold, and like a bluish silver metallic. And this one is just silver roving with a gold, well, different varying shades of gold thread going through it. My light is like right there, so it's blowing it out. So I put these together, I still have several of those left. I don't know what I'm going to do with them once I'm done with this tree skirt because I don't really like this yarn. I mean, it works up beautiful. I mean, it looks gorgeous. Wait till you see. I'm going to try to fold it in half so I can show you it. And my ends are not weaved in because, like I said, I have not decided whether I am done with the tree skirt or not. So the ends are sticking out and they're like gross threads. Okay. And it's still attached. This is the tree skirt. This is folded in half. It makes a full circle. Okay. And you see how it ends in the gray and there's a little bit of white at the end? I feel like there's too much gray. So I feel like maybe I want to make it bigger and add more of the white on the end. But I'm undecided because it's really big and I'm really ready to be done with this. What do you guys think? What do you think? So, let's see if you guys can see the sparkles and the glitter. I think it's beautiful. It's really heavy and I think it's going to last many, many years. But this is a pattern from Jayda and Stitches. It's her tree skirt pattern. In case you guys want to make your own tree skirt, it's really simple. It's easy. As with all Jayda's patterns, anybody can make them. But I made that. And I told you guys in the last video that I got a thread hanging out. I made that for my tree upstairs. Because I have two main Christmas. I have 3, but I have 2 that I put a tree skirt under. Okay, so now I got distracted. Ross is on my TV right here. Smells great guy. And he's showing off a little shawl. Distracted for a minute. That's kind of funny. Okay, so I made this. I think this was made out of a sugar wheel. I don't know what color it was. I got it on clearance. And then I added blue to the ends. And this is just me throwing together different stitches. It needs to be blocked desperately because that bottom wants to twist. There's no pattern for this. No pattern. This is granny squares. And then I did half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, and then I did double crochet, chain 1, double crochet here. And then I did double crochet, chain 2, double crochet here, and then I did a shell. And then I went back to granny stitches, and then I did the double skip, double, and then I did virus here, and then I went back to shell, granny square stitches. So, isn't that pretty? I really like it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's pretty. That's something else I made. Dogs are outside barking. And then I had some of this yarn that I got from the thrift store a while ago. It is King Cole Drifter Chunky. Don't know why it's called chunky because it is a 4-weight yarn in every aspect. It's a 4-weight. I have had this on my shelf for a while. It's 25% cotton, 6% wool, 69% premium acrylic. And I had several of these that I found at the thrift store and a ball that came with it. I love the color. You can tell that it's going to be a self-striping yarn. And I was holding on to this for something special and I decided to finally work with it. And I was trying to debate what I wanted to make because it has the striping feel of a sock yarn. You know how socks will have the real small stripes that are meant to just go around the foot? This kind of has the same feel, and a lot of the patterns I saw with people working this yarn up, it just looked I can't even say it. Mismatchy. It looked all over the place. Like, it was a variegated yarn, but it was weird color pooling, and I just did not like anything that I saw on the internet of anything made with this yarn. And so I was like, okay, well, what I have to do is figure out something to make where the striping goes around kind of evenly. So I knew I couldn't do fancy stitches because that didn't look right. I knew I couldn't do anything with open work. I knew I had to keep the projects kind of small. So I thought, oh, I'll make a hat, you know. So I made this. I love the way this hat turned out. I think it's beautiful. I love the way the striping worked up. And we'll show you. Here, I'll show you. Open it up. Open it up. Show you all the way around. See the striping? There's no weird pooling. See, the weird pooling happens around here a little bit because you're crocheting this way instead. See this? Can you imagine if that was on like a big project or something where it's just weird spotches? It just doesn't look good. Trust me on that one, it doesn't. But if you do it something in the round like that, it looks, I think it's beautiful. Look at that, guys. There's no seam. I am that good. Okay, so I made this hat. I thought I made it to fit my head. And then I tried it. I have a big head, guys. Everybody, my husband has a big head. My children both have big heads. My 5-year-old wears normal adult size hats. All my hats are bigger. I usually wear larger than a men's size hat. I got a big head and I got a lot of hair, so. So I made that, and I still had a lot of yarn left. I mean, as you can tell, I still have yarn left. So I was talking to my daughter, and I was like, what should I make with the rest of this yarn? And she's all, why don't you make some mittens? And I have not made mittens in a long time. And so I started the mittens, and then I decided to just do fingerless gloves instead. And I have not, these are not completely finished. I have not tucked in my ends. So I made these. Ooh. How cute, right? I love that. So you got the hat that if I stretch will fit me. We'll just pretend that we'll pretend it fits my big old head, okay? Isn't that cute? I really love this set. It doesn't even fit my daughter's head. My daughter's got a big head. So, I don't know. This is probably going to be a gift for somebody, but I love this yarn. How pretty is that? And these are just single crochets. So are these. And that way you get the pattern worked up the way it's meant to be. I don't know why that yarn is called chunky. The only thing I can figure is it's meant to be a sock yarn and it's chunky for a sock yarn because it's a size 4. Recommended needles are 6mm. It does not say any other information on here. I guess this is meant to be knitting yarn, but all yarn is crochet yarn for me. So yeah, this is the King Cole Drifter Chunky, and it's in the color Auckland. And I looked up, I want some more of this yarn. I really do. I really, really loved working with this. It feels delightful. It doesn't split. It works up beautifully. It frogs beautifully because I made this and frogged the whole thing and then redid it. And then these were going to be another hat, so I made a secondary hat trying to get one to fit my head, and I made half of it and frogged it. And look, you can't even tell it's been frogged. It's not fuzzy. It's just beautiful, beautiful yarn. So if I can find that and it's not outrageously expensive, I'm going to buy some of that. And I don't remember if I showed this to you guys. If you remember, it was probably a month or two ago, I made some of Crystal from Bag O' Day's kitchen towels they look like little dresses. Well, when I was in the car driving to the premiere sale, if you remember on the way home, I made that cool poncho that I'm working on the pattern for, and that will be released very soon. I'm thinking in the next 2 weeks I'm going to have it all ready and released. I've gotten a couple of people that have tested it, have gotten back to me, and so far I've had to make a few adjustments to the pattern, but so far it seems like the pattern's working up good for everybody. So we're going to be releasing it soon, and I think I'm going to put it in my Etsy. I think that's where I'm going to put it because my storefront on my website is not done yet. I'm still working on my website, so I think it's going to be in my Etsy for right now, and then we'll figure out from there. Well, anyway, back to the dress pattern. I worked this up in the car on the way down, and of course I didn't have buttons or anything with me, so I had to do that when I got home on the way down to the Premier Yarn Sale. Another little kitchen towel, and I made a little washcloth out of the same yarn that kind of go with it. And I made this, I think I showed this to you guys. It's the Knit Stitch Tunisian. Really pretty. It's the same yarn, so they're gonna go together as a set. But I don't think I showed you guys this, because I think I had put it away. And then I don't remember if I showed you this either. It's been a crazy couple of weeks here. We've had a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff going on, and school conferences, and you know, life stuff. Anyway, I took a practice with, I know that I posted this on my Instagram. I took a practice. I wanted to make something out of the Bloom yarn, the Premier Yarns Bloom. Oh my God. I love this yarn. Look at that. Is that not the prettiest thing you've ever seen? This is one of the mill ends that I got, and this is not the texture or this is kind of matte. So this is like a mess up ball. So it's not what the bloom actually looks like, but you see how there's darks and lights and then the flowers? So I made this into a big giant cowl. And yeah, my ends are uneven. I don't care, because I was just playing and having fun. I actually got so obsessed with this yarn, I bought more. Look at. Get my hair out of the way. Is that not beautiful? Oh my gosh. Oh, I am so obsessed with these flower stripes. I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I had someone ask if this would work up into a blanket. And with the hook size that I used and the single crochets, I think that this would work up straight across just a single row, because this is, I think these are like 3 or 4 rows of single crochet makes this thick stripe. But if you just did 1 row of the flowers, it would be like that, like that. If you wanted to do a bigger, I think you could get with I think this was a 5.5 millimeter hook, you could get 120 stitches. So I know that you can make a blanket with this, a baby blanket at least. I'm so obsessed. How cool is that? And like I said, the bloom that's not the stuff I got from the Premier Yarns, the little balls, not the mill ends. My brain is not functioning, people. I don't know what is happening today. Okay. The stuff that you buy off of their website is shinier than this, and it's softer than this. This was a mill end that was in their dollar box at the Premier Yarn sale. Okay, I think I said that correctly. So it actually is much nicer than this, and the color is more even. And I'll show you, because I bought some more and it's in this box, but I wanted to show you how it works up. I'm so obsessed. And what I did here is these stitches are like half double crochet. It's a combination of half double crochets and single crochets. I like mixed it up a little bit. And then when I saw that the white was starting and I knew that the flowers were coming next, that next row would be single crochet, and I would do single crochet until I got done with the flowers, and then I went back to half double crochets and single crochet mixed in. So that's what we did there. And then this is just, I did show you this. I showed you guys this. Forget that. That's a scarf I already showed you. I did not show you this, because I just made this. This is the Campfire cardigan. I have wanted to make this. Let me put it on for you. I have wanted to make this since I saw, I think Z make it. I think Z is the one who made me want this. Okay. It still needs to be stretched out a little bit because all the stitches are super tight. Let's see if I can do that. There's the back. Okay. Sitting on my pillow. Sitting on my pillow. I am so in love with this. And this is made out of Fibra Natura denims. And this is by this is a universal yarn. I don't know if you can still buy this on their website. I don't think you can. I got this in a 10 pack at AC Moore for $5. So there's two different colors here to provide striping. So we have this color, which is more blue. This is in the color Faded. And I think the other one is Acid Wash, which is more, it's right here, it's more of a purple. Which I did not grab to show you, but I just want to show you that's what this is made out of. This is a delight to work with. I mean, it's a cotton wool blend. It's 70 cotton, 30 wool. I love this yarn. It's a ribbon yarn. And I just used, I think, a 5.5 millimeter. And I made, I think it's a hexagon. It's a hexagon, a granny square hexagon. And then when you fold it in half, it looks like an L. Well, or a 7, depending on what, you know, an upside down L or a 7. And that makes the arm and the body of the cardigan. I just went until I reached, I don't remember how many rows. I think I made it for the extra large size, to be honest. And I'm a 3 to 4X. And then I stopped at that. And then I closed off the arm up here. And then I just continued going back and forth on the outside until it was big enough to fit me. And then I added some rows on the end, on the bottom, to make it longer, of double crochet, I think, until I felt it was long enough to just cover, well, it doesn't even cover my butt, it just, like, you know, covers part of my hips, because that's where I like my jackets, because I have a long torso. And I love this. It's heavy. This yarn is heavy. So this will be a middle of winter jacket. But I am so in love with this jacket. I was thinking about maybe putting a button just here, just to hold it closed. But I don't know if I'm going to do that, because I think once I get it stretched out, because the type of yarn this is, the stitches like contract. And I don't know why that is, but the stitches contract, and it just needs to be, I know that once this gets worn, it's going to stretch and be like much bigger. And I didn't even add on to the sleeves because I liked it quarter length, and I didn't want to do decreases. I really like this length, and I feel like that's a good length so that I don't get hot, because I'm hot-blooded and it's hot here. So I think that's the last thing I made. Now we're gonna move on to, I just dropped that dang yarn again. We'll move on to what I bought. It's all Premier yarn. Big shock, right? I know. These are two separate orders. They were just small orders. And I'll just show you. We'll just get into it. Just get into it. And yeah, there's crinkling. That's life. Life crinkles. Okay. I bought some of this a while ago in the color Ice Blue, and I bought 2 more of these. This is the Premier Allure, and 252 yards, 70% acrylic, 21 polyester, 9% alpaca. It's got a really nice halo to it, which that's blowing it out. There you go, that's the color. It's got a nice halo to it, and the fuzz from obviously the alpaca. It smells like natural fibers. I don't know, Crystal from Back of Day was talking in one of her older videos, and she was smelling the yarn. She's all, I love wool, it just smells so woolly. And I was like, what does wool smell like? So I went and found some of my wool yarn, and I took a big sniff of it, and you can still smell the hay smell, like the barnyard smell of the hay and the grasses from the wool, which is insane. I've never thought to smell wool because I don't really like the feel of wool a whole lot. But yeah, alpaca, same thing. It smells like a barnyard. Anyway, this is the Allure. I love this. I think it's gorgeous. I think this yarn is just, and I'm going to actually mix this with the Ice Blue, because the Ice Blue is more white with really light icy blue running through it. You see where you can see kind of like the pink? That is what the ice blue shines through with the ice blue color. And so I'm going to mix these two colors together and make something. And these are, like I said, 252 yards. So I'm going to be able, I think I'm going to make a shawl or something. I think this is just going to be gorgeous. And it is, this is the color Plum. What? This says it's a bulky 5. That's not very bulky to me. Kind of thin. But I will, of course, use a big hook to get the big drapey stitches. And this is a really good price. I don't remember how much this is, but it's a really good price for what this yarn is. I really, really love this. I think it's, I want to say $3.99. I might be wrong. It might be $5.99. Don't quote me on that. But honestly, this is worth every penny of this yarn. I really want to believe it's $3.99. I'm so in love with this yarn. I want like more of it, but I don't really like the colors. I don't like browns and oranges a whole lot. So I'm more of a purple girl. Okay, so, and then I bought some of this. I have some of these spirit stripes that I got a while back. And I think they relabeled them Premier Spirit Stripes because the Spirit Stripes I have in there, I am almost 100% positive are Universal Spirit Stripes. Because they were the first universal yarn I'd ever received. And I was like, what is universal yarn? Because I received it in my mystery bags at the beginning of the year. It's crazy that it has not even been a full year that I've been buying Premier yarns. Or maybe it has been. I don't know. I don't think it's been a full year. Anyway, this is the Premier Stripes. This color is Sideline. And the reason I got this is, honestly, it reminded me of my dad. My dad loved the Detroit Red Wings. He was like total hockey fan. I come from Hockey Town, so I got 2 of those. I don't know what I'm going to make, but honestly, it just reminded me of my dad. And these are on sale right now for, I think, like $2.50, I think. I really should have wrote the prices down, and I don't even have my packing slip in here anymore. And then I got this one. This one's called Home Field. And I got this because I have the blue and white one, and I figured this would kind of go in with the blue and white one. I'm going to make something with those together. But, yeah. Detroit Red Wings. Woo-hoo. My dad would have loved that. I would have totally made him a scarf. Yeah, maybe I still make him a scarf and then just give it to somebody else in memory of him. And then, you guys, okay. So I told you about the bloom. I have the bloom in my bedroom. Not my bedroom. In my craft room. I bought the bloom in the yellow. And I think the purple. Nope. I don't remember what other colors I bought. I think the dark pink. I know I definitely bought the yellow. But I'm so obsessed with this color. I don't even know what you would call this. The name of this is Hummingbird. I don't know. It's like a aqua turquoise type color. It is just, that is blown out. It's definitely blown out. The lighting is terrible today. But, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with this yarn. And this is so, look at it. It's shinier, it's softer, it's smoother than the cowl I just showed you. Is that not beautiful? And then I had to get the apricot. Is this apricot? Apricot Blossom. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with these yet, but I am so obsessed with this bloom yarn. And this yarn right now is $7.99. It's there's my packing slip. I didn't think it was in here anymore. It's $7.99, but I'm going to tell you. Yeah. The Allure is not on here. The Spirit Stripes is $2. It's $2 right now. These are $7.99, which, okay, you might say $7.99, that's expensive. It's not. It's 656 yards. 656 yards. You can make a shawl with this ball. Look, shawl and a ball. No. Wrong company, guys. Wrong company. Anyway, oh my God, so soft. It's so soft. You have to go buy this. Go buy this. If you click my little link below, you'll save 15% off your first order at Premier. And so you get 15% off. Oh, that one's upside down. These are so pretty. I'm so obsessed with these guys. I'm so obsessed. I'm going to have all the colors of this. I just got to do small orders at a time because I'm not rich. I'm not rich. Okay. And then, let me lift my box closer to me. I bought this because I made a blanket out of this yarn. This is the Serenity Chunky. I made a blanket for my husband out of this yarn. And it was yarn I got in my mystery bags. Okay. I saw this color at the premiere sale in, I think it's Rosemary, in Rosemary's basket. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, well, not all of you. Rosemary knows. I think her name is Rosemary. It's either Rosemary or Rosemarie. I think it's Rosemary. I'm sorry that I forgot your name. I didn't forget it. I'm sorry that my brain is scrambled right now. I'm like all over the place. If you could see inside my head, I'm like in a tornado. Okay, so anyway, I wanted it and I couldn't find it at the sale. She pointed me to where it was. That is way, way blown out. Oh, there we go. You have to cover the screen. I fell in love with it. It's just white, but look at all the speckles of colors. I made a blanket out of this yarn for my husband out of the green, which I think was cypress, and the brown, which I think was coffee. And it still had the colored speckles in it. But when I saw the white, oh, them colors. I'm going to make a hat out of this at least. I may make a hat cowl set if I have enough. If I don't have enough of the white, because I got two, I still have some of the green and brown left. So, and I might order the blue. The blue is gorgeous. It's like a navy blue with all those colored speckles on it. And these are on, well, these were on sale when I bought them. I think they were, I want to say $2. I might be wrong. And then I got some more of the basics, the Premier Basics. I'm not going to take these out of the container or the plastic because I need to wait until I clear off a little more shelf space to put them on there because my craft room is a disaster right now. But I bought more colors because I am obsessed with this yarn. It's $2.79 right now for 359 yards of worsted weight acrylic. And this is in the color Blush. That's pretty accurate. It may be a little darker than that. It's like a light pink rose color. And then I got it in fuchsia and lilac, which is really similar to the Blush. It's really similar, but it's slightly more purple. But these I think will go together. And then I got two of the lemon because the lemon is just delicious. More yellow yarn, guys. And for $2.79, you can't beat that price. I mean, that's cheaper than a lot of the stores around here are charging for Super Saver, and I hate Super Saver. I'm sorry I keep hitting my tripod. I hate Super Saver. It feels gross. I don't like Super Saver at all. And when this stuff first came out, I thought, well, for $2 something, this is gonna feel like Super Saver. Oh yeah, see, this one's already open. This does not feel like Super Saver. This feels delicious and squishy and just, oh, it feels so good. It's so pretty. That's not doing it justice at all. At all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, once I felt this yarn, I knew I had to have more of it because it is so squishy. I cannot wait to make something out of that. I don't have a clue what I'm making, but I just needed it. I needed it. And then this garden yarn is on sale. And I didn't really read the stats on this yarn. I ordered it because if you guys remember it, at the Premier Yarn Warehouse sale in the dollar bin, I got that beautiful rainbow yarn. And I'm trying to figure out what that rainbow yarn is because I don't know what it is. I would like to buy more of it. Well, I bought this because it was rainbow and it was the closest thing on their website. And I was like, well, maybe it's the garden yarn. It is not the garden yarn. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at that. Let's see if I can block off enough to give you Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. You see, it's beautiful. It's rainbow. I thought maybe this was the yarn, but this is a lightweight 3, and the yarn I have in there is like a fluffy 4. So it's not even close to the same yarn, but I really like this yarn and I'm glad I bought it. So it is 284 yards, and this is on sale. This is on sale right now. This is the color Gem. It is 100% micro acrylic. I don't know what micro acrylic is, but I like the way it feels, and I think it's beautiful, and I think it will make a gorgeous shawl or shirt. Oh, my poncho would be so pretty in this. The new pattern I'm coming out with. This would be so pretty. By the way, the name of the pattern is going to be Ponchito because it's a play on words. It's a poncho, but it's a short poncho. So Ponchito, Ito small, you know. Some of you will get it, some of you won't. So this is the garden yarn. Garden. So beautiful. Look at those rainbow colors. Okay, this is Gem. And then this one is the color Snapdragon. And then this one is the color Water Lily. And yeah, 284 yards. That's not bad. These ones kind of can be colored in together, but this one's not so much. Not so much. But these almost remind me of the Luna. It's almost like the Luna. Yeah. So it was a happy mistake ordering those. I thought they would be something else, but they're not. But I love them. I think they're beautiful. And I like trying new yarn. There's a lot of Premier yarns that I have not tried before that I really would like to try all of their yarn. I really would. So I'm just going through and every once in a while. So every time I order from Premier Yarns, I'm trying to throw a new yarn in so that I have more more experience with their yarns, because I like trying new yarn, and I really love Premier, and I don't have a problem being loyal to Premier. So, you know, I'm trying some new yarns. And then these are on sale right now too. I think these were like $2. These are the Universal Yarn Vibrants. And they're on sale right now on the Premier's website. Ooh, that's blown out. This is 218 yards. It's 73% superwash wool and 24% nylon and 3 polyester. And I just thought these colors were gorgeous. And I saw these at the warehouse sale and I didn't buy them, and I regretted it because they're pretty. So this is the color Vitamin C. I got 2 of these. Look at those colors. Woo-wee. It's not soft. I mean, it's not really rough, but it's wool. It's definitely wool. And I don't know what it will feel like once you wash it, but I think these are gorgeous colors. So I got 2 of those. I got 2 in the color Limeade. And then I got 2 in the color Cherry Mango Compote. I dropped one of the greens, so I got 6 altogether. These go perfectly together. The green, not so much. We'll drop the green. Those go beautiful together. $2 a piece for superwash wool. That is not bad. That is the end of my haul. My purchase. I don't want to call it a haul. It's not a haul every time I order yarn, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. Let me put everything back in the box because I do have puppies and there's dog hair on the floor always. No matter what I do, there's always dog hair on the floor, so I don't want my yarn on the floor. I don't want anything on the floor. I'll wait to clean up. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this episode. You guys, I'm drawing the winner for my giveaway in like 3 or 4 days. Did you enter the giveaway? Did you? Go look for the Premier Yarns giveaway. There is purple bloom in there, the little skeins of purple bloom in there. There's a Premier Yarns reusable shopping bag in there. There's a coffee shop cake in there. You guys, it's all Premier Yarns. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you've never used Premier Yarns, you're gonna love this giveaway box. And that was my 1,000/2,000 giveaway. During the giveaway, I reached 3,000 subscribers. I'm doing a giveaway for 3,000 subscribers. I'm gonna wait till we get to 5,000. I'm gonna do a big giveaway. So you guys, share me. Give me to 5,000. We'll do a really big giveaway.